Welcome if you new, forgiving your lateness. You streaming in your car, then let it ride. If you on the YouTube, like the video, subscribe. You are now tuned in to the TSP. You are now tuned in to the You are now tuned in. You are now tuned in to the TSP.
Yes, sir. TSP episode 185. I'm your host, Bobby Hall, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Dylan the Savage. D-Lo, we're back at it, baby. How we doing?
Hey, we're doing all right, Bobby. How's it going over there with you and yours truly? And how about the TSPners out there? Are all of our brothers and sisters?
Whoa. That's
Be
a
sure
new
to
thing,
like,
huh?
comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you see scrolling on the bottom below at TSP_2019. That is when the era started. When Bobby hit me up when I was in the Fort Walton Beach, the 850. Say, hey, brother, let's get a podcast going.
Now, tell them what to do with that like button, though, while we're at it, please.
Oh, you want to smash the like button, and with that subscribe button, you're going to gradually take both hands on either side of it and skull the fuck out of it.
There it is. It's called fuck the like button, as always. If you're watching, you're listening. We appreciate you guys. We're starting to hit our stride again, season 7. The boys, we're doing the thing. Busy week, man. Work has just been 2 hellacious weeks at work, maxed out hours 2 weeks in a row, beautiful checks, but unfortunately missing a lot. I had to miss the pumpkin patch, all that stuff. So it's nice to be the breadwinner, to make the dough, keep the lights on in the place, and that it does make you feel good as a man, but it does come at a cost. And unfortunately, I got to miss events like the pumpkin patch and things of that nature because, unfortunately, as you guys know, me and my lady there, Tori, we work basically opposite schedules as far as when we're off.
Mm-hmm.
She's off during the week, works during the weekends, and vice versa for me. So we make it work, and it does work best for our situation, as far as her being able to take the kids to school Monday through Thursday, et cetera, et cetera. But it is a bitch when you're trying to do family events, except, weeks when, we just, one of us is off on vacation or whatever. You got to really plan way ahead to make things happen. So,
Well, you know what they say, Bobby. Nothing in life is free. It either costs money or time. And sometimes time is more valuable than money, because that is an asset that doesn't depreciate, I would say.
true. But it's fleeting though. That's the thing.
Very true.
Time's running out faster than our bankroll is on the books. As hard as we try, which wasn't a great week for the TSP boys on that side of things. We ended off strong last time we were on. Still even, but unfortunately, just the last few days not great. I think maybe
the highs and lows of gambling.
1 or 2 out of 6 or 7 bets, so not great.
No, it wasn't. It
And
was
I think
not
Thursday was our last day, and we missed them all, so no good.
Yeah, we kind of cowered out there. We didn't post anything about it. We just, you know what? It is what it is. I don't think anyone tailed anyway, so no harm, no foul. And we tucked our tails between our legs, and we went home.
I think
took our ball and went
that's
home.
the thing too when it comes to, because there's so many fucking gambling accounts and quote unquote sharps online that we'd have to go on a 4 or 5 day streak, of pretty much everything before I think people started to take notice or want it, and I don't blame them, because why would you want to tail guys that one day win 1 of 3 bets and then the next day miss all of them and then might trip into a day where we do go. I mean, because we did go 4-1 the one day, but
you know what pisses me off about those accounts though? It's like they make it seem like the only way you get winning tickets from them is you have to be a subscriber.
Right.
Their free tickets never win. You got to subscribe to get the winning tickets. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, hey guys, I'm gonna keep it a buck right now, which I guess is
You want to keep it more than a buck?
well, bucks, right?
Multiple bucks.
Oh, no, not those Bucks. I'm talking about, unfortunately, the Bucks that the Cavs are playing.
Oh,
The Cavs and
Animal.
Bucks are playing right now, and there's 2 minutes left. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm keeping tabs, even though it's
I mean,
fucking November of the season. Don't really mean much per se, but they're all really
means
going on
everything,
already.
Bobby.
Yeah. But before we bring our guest on, you did bring that up, so I guess I was just making a ironic joke there. But yes, Bucks, because tomorrow, because we're recording on Saturday night this week, so tomorrow, Sunday, is the biggest Browns game maybe of my life, D'Lo, which is crazy because there's been some games that have clinched playoff berths. There's been playoff games, and this is kind of, I guess, maybe otherwise meaningless. I guess. I mean, if they win, technically they are still alive.
Yeah.
In a playoff thing, even though that's far fetched at this point. Yeah, shout out to DraftKings because they had this incredible promo, I guess, the last 2 weeks. King of the Court. You get a boost to use on a player prop, so you could bet them to do, go over on points, rebounds, assists, the combination, whatever. You pick the prop, you get a boost, and you can bet a fucking 10 cents, or you can bet however much you want on there. And if
Like minimum 5,
prop,
right?
even if the prop doesn't hit, if that player there, actually no, because I seen somebody bet it was like 50 cents or some shit.
No shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then they turned that bonus bet into like a lot of money because, of course. But if that player that night had the highest total combined points, rebounds, and assists, you would win a share of $1 million in bonus bets. So almost did it last Sunday with Luka Doncic, but LeBron James in his 21st fucking season went absolute Super Saiyan mode, vintage, got a triple double, and then just he blew everyone else out of the water, which that turned into a $1,600 bonus bet. Because obviously, the more people that bet that player, the less you're going to get out of the pool of money. So I'm guessing, most people were like, well, LeBron James isn't going to go that crazy 21 years in, but they forget who the fuck he is. But the next night, I put my money on Paolo Banchero, and he has a career night, like over 50 points. He had 37 at half. Ended up with I think 74 PRA total. So I win a $314 bonus bet. And for days, I was going back and forth figuring out how I want to bet it, because technically, just having the bonus bet, it's just fake money, I guess. I can't cash it out, can't do anything with it other than bet it.
Right.
So I figured, all right, well, I won that bet anyway, so I got paid out for the bet. So the bonus bet, I figured let's shoot for the stars. So me and my boy, shout out Kyle Blair, him and some of my other boys, they're in the Discord right now playing some duty. Maybe I'll join up a post show. We'll see what time it is. But because he also won a bonus bet with, I can't remember which player, but his was significantly way lower. He only got an $86 or $89 bonus bet, because I don't remember who the fuck it was, but it was somebody that a lot of people bet on.
Yeah.
So we cooked up a bet, a parlay, and we said, fuck it, man, let's do it, and let's fucking make it happen. So we come together, and it was Bucks money line, Buckeyes money line, Indiana Hoosiers money line, Toledo Rockets money line, Oregon money line, and then the one that made it, a little more spicy, a little more juice, the Cleveland Browns money line, to turn a $314 bonus bet to $1,700. And today it wasn't easy. Bucks, you know what? I guess the Bucks was, I
Toledo.
don't want to say sweaty, but because really the only reason it was semi-close is because Will Howard threw a fucking pick six right out the gate. So honestly, Penn State should only have had 3 points or 6 points, but they lucked
Toledo
out with
game.
that. And then the Toledo game was the crazy one. They were getting their ass kicked all game. It was 19-7 with 8 or 9 minutes left in the fourth. Me and Kyle are like, dude, Of course, it's gonna be the hometown fucking team that's gonna give us the shaft. And then 5 minutes later, boom, 70-yard touchdown, boom, interception, and they go down to score again. They're up 22 to or no, I'm sorry, 29-22. They're up. Eastern Michigan throws a last-second Hail Mary, and then they decide to go for 2. Did not get it. Oh my god, they did not get it. I was going absolutely apeshit in my garage because I was at the moment I was kind of keeping tabs, but I also had to get me and Jax ready because we did a little winter coat shopping at Meijer, so I had to get some clothes before I got in the shower. So I was just watching on my phone, and Eastern Michigan ran maybe the worst play ever, and did not get the 2-point conversion. Toledo fucking escapes, and then Oregon and Indiana did what they've been doing all year, and that's just fucking skull fuck their opponent. That was not bad. So now we are at the last game, and that's the Cleveland Browns versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Browns money line. If you bet it separately, it's like plus 100. So it's gonna be, the Vegas thinks it's gonna be a close one. We'll see. We are unfortunately gonna be down. Sounds like I haven't heard anything about Denzel Ward, but I know for sure
He's
JOK.
playing.
So could potentially be he is playing.
Yeah, Denzel's playing.
Great, that's great news. So we are down probably our third best defensive player, or definitely our best linebacker. So that does suck because the Chargers do like to run the ball. But I'm in a great spot, D'Lo, because I hedged this bet with everything I had left in my bankroll. So I put $110 on the Los Angeles Chargers money line. So I'm in a beautiful spot. I'm either going to leave tomorrow with over $200 or $1,700. And obviously, I very much want one more than the other, but I'm not losing
Right.
money in any way, shape, or form. So this is a beautiful spot. Very exciting.
Yeah, dude, no doubt. I'm happy for you. Like I said, dude, it's like what the worst case scenario. Yeah, obviously the emotions tied to it, but worst case scenario, it's like you don't lose anything in this parlay, like nothing of real substance as far as like money and whatnot. But it's just it's house money. You're just gambling with house money to turn it into actual cash you can withdraw. So I know you said you had some house situations you needed to take care of, and dude, if it could be what is that, DraftKings, right? If it could be a DraftKings dime, that's even better.
Yeah. So if it does hit, yeah, that'll erase probably about 80% of some debt that I had to kind of come out of pocket with to fix
Right.
my well water situation from about 3-4 weeks ago. So that would be absolutely beautiful. And yeah, to have the fucking sports book that kicks my ass a lot of time be the one to foot the bill, amazing. But
Yeah, 100%.
it feels great, man, because how often are you in your spot where either way this thing goes, you're gonna win a lot of money? It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you put your
And I should have just
hedging is a
said fuck
beautiful
all
thing.
these bets today, and I should have just I guess either I had to wait for the later games, but I could have hedged it with even more, but it is what it is. And Donovan Mitchell just won us the game. 114, 113. You
Hold on a
Cleveland
second,
Cavaliers.
dude. My stream
Let's
isn't caught
fucking
up
go.
yet. God damn it.
7-0. Come on.
Hold on.
We're the
Hold
real
on,
fucking
damn
deal,
it.
man. We want Boston.
Let's go. I just
want
got
Boston.
it. 5 seconds later. The beauty of illegal streams. Not live,
We love it. We love it.
but able to watch. Not live, but able to watch. But without further ado, Bobby.
Yeah. So we do have a guest this week, and Dylan, I'm gonna try something new.
I heard you.
We talked about it. I told you it's gonna be. I'm gonna do a little intro for our guests. Maybe it'll stick with the other ones. We'll see. But you've kind of noticed, I'm still getting some compliments from the Fair Life Freestyle. So I thought I'd carry that over into today's episode. And the reason I'm doing it, I got to make sure I give my flowers out. I'm a big Barstool guy, and big reason for that is Roan, who is one of their prominent guys. Came over to them about, I don't know, 7-8 years ago, and he was a prominent figure in the battle rap scene for a long time. I mean, absolute menace. King of the Dot champion, I believe, twice, which is one of the bigger battle rap leagues that's out there. So once I seen him jump over there, I kind of followed him and then kind of just immersed myself in the whole scene there and just fell in love. And right now, he does a podcast with Patrick Beverley, formerly of the NBA, now I believe playing overseas. And one thing that they do is he does a little intro. Pat Bev, he's a big fan of his rapping, so he's been having him do these intros for all these NBA players, rappers or whoever they get on the show. They love it. Obviously as a consumer of the product, I love it as well. So it's obviously not going to be anywhere near Roan's level, but I'm going to give it a whirl. D-Lo, we'll see if it sticks or not.
All right, I'm ready for it. I'm sure he is as well. There we go.
All right, check me out. This week's guest is our boy T. Wright. You can say he's a TikToker, comedian, goofy, but you can't say that he's white. Picture this, 2028, headlining clubs for 3 nights. And at the end of each routine, he's going to shout out TSP, right? He might. Stand-up comedian, stand-up guy. He'll stand up against women's rights. I'm just kidding, guys. He's always happy when he's up in the sky, like a Pharrell kite. Episode 185, give it up for Terrell Wright.
What is up?
What's up?
What is going on? So there's so much to unpack. So much to unpack.
Okay.
Like,
Unzip it. Let's go.
Where do we start? Is the
You
question?
tell me, man.
I guess where do we start? So first we got Dylan talking about TSPners. Is that what you said?
That is our loyal fan base, Terrell.
The Peeners? I have not heard that before.
The TSPners.
I have not heard of the TSPners. We got the TSPners. We've got what did you say? Depreciating assets. We've got trailing guys, is what I heard you say, Bobby. There's so much to unpack. Like, what are you guys doing with this podcast right now? Is what I need to know.
What do you mean?
Oh God, no, that's just funny. The TSPners is the thing that got me like rolling. Like I was laughing so hard because I have not heard that.
That's what they call themselves. That's
Really?
Our fan base, man.
Yeah, on Reddit.
The Peeners?
Millions.
Yeah, on
The
Reddit.
TSP.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
big.
I mean, I guess we're
About
gonna roll
135 of them.
I guess
They meet up. They meet up bi-monthly.
I guess we're
Small
gonna roll
crowd.
with that. I guess we're gonna roll with that. A couple of things. So, Bobby, the Cavs might be 7-0, but it's an 82 game season, bro. Like, I hear what you're saying,
Well,
but there's a
8 more
long
wins
way
than
to
the
go.
football team. So
that is true, but there's a long way to go. And
your
can we?
football team, if we want to talk some shit about sports.
Okay, all right. You went
Your
there.
squad?
Yeah,
You went
okay.
there.
I feel like we can do that, right?
You went there. It hurts. It hurts, but you went there, and I appreciate
we
that.
would know. So
and the fact that you did that makes me want to just go ahead and just hit the end button on this and just go. I'm just gonna go, just gonna go downstairs, and we're not gonna do
Take
this
your ball
anymore.
and go home.
yeah.
So I will say this: David Tepper is the reason why we are shit right now. I mean, literally. As soon as he took over the team, the first 2 things he did was got rid of Cam Newton and Ron Rivera, which were the 2 biggest mistakes he'd ever made. And from there, he has made bad decision after bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, and now we are where we are. So,
where would you rank his spilling of the drink on a fan as one of his bad decisions?
When did that happen?
He was in a press box last year.
Last year,
He had a heckler. He had a heckler yelling at him and he was in his suite. And he took his drink and he threw it at the fan. Got caught on camera.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to go. Literally, he needs to go. I don't know what he thought he was doing coming over. But anyways, let's segue because we don't want to talk about how my failing team is doing horrible right now. Can we talk about
That's what we do every week with ours. So.
Right. Can we talk about Jameis Winston? Like, have you seen the most recent interviews of this guy? Like, what is up with him?
He's a gem.
He's a what?
Him and your preacher character. I think they'd be great friends because they.
Oh my gosh.
The same way.
He's off the reservation, is what he is. He's literally
Whatever.
off the
You
reservation.
go in there and throw 3 touchdowns. You can talk whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's
First
see how
4
that
letters
goes
of his
for him.
last name is Wins.
Have y'all ever seen the Eat the W?
Yeah.
Let's eat a W today, boys. Like, are you serious?
So he said something in the tunnel before they walked out to the stadium for the pregame. He's like, "Play for the names on the back of your jerseys. Play for the name on the back of your helmet." He's like, "But we don't got helmet decals." The only team in the NFL that doesn't have a decal.
Jameis Winston is like the lunch lady, like in the cafeteria. Like, you never know what she's talking about. She's always talking about God. You know, you get your food, and she's like, "Do you love God?" It's like, yes, ma'am. Okay, yeah. It's like, keep it moving. It's like, what are you talking about? I don't understand this guy, and he's not that good. He's never been that good, and this is the same
He's
guy
not that bad either, though.
Well, right, but this is the same guy that stood up on the table when he was at what college was he at?
FSU.
Florida State. Yeah, he stood up on the table and what did he yell out? God, I can't remember. He was such a POS back then, and now you're a Christian, and now you're all godly. Like, come on, bro.
Hey,
come on.
Hey, now he can change.
He can, but
It's
I'm
called
not buying it.
Darrell.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. One bit.
We're talking about a decade ago.
Okay. I mean, maybe. I guess we could say that.
Where were you 10 years ago? Where was I 10 years ago? I could tell you I've changed. Not even mean to.
I haven't changed at all. I'm the same person. I'm not any different.
Better or worse.
Yeah.
I'm the same person. I'm not.
He's definitely a guy that doesn't make much sense, but he is he drops gems as far as quotes. And
he ain't Brady, he ain't Manning, but he sure as fuck is better than Deshaun Watson. So,
well, I mean, I guess anybody can be better than
ride.
Deshaun Watson right now.
Let it ride.
I mean, anybody can be better than him.
And Bryce Young.
He was the most overpaid quarterback that got all like out of that whole group, that core group. Yeah, he was the most overpaid. And the crazy thing is, they paid him like a year before he could even really play. Like, that's the thing I don't understand.
Had to do it. Had to guarantee it all to get him here.
Yeah, well, you see how that
it's either
out.
that or we didn't have an answer.
Hindsight's 2020, you know.
Yeah.
The
quarterback we did have demanded a trade.
Like you said with your guy, what he did. I'm
well,
sure he regrets it now. And
right.
I'm sure as fuck bet he would draft C.J. Stroud over Bryce Young.
Oh, for sure. But then look at Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, they literally shunned him and kicked him out of Cleveland, and now look at he's doing decent. He's doing a lot better than he was doing in Cleveland.
Third team.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it took his third team to get there.
He played for your team, was dog shit, and then got jumped off to the Rams.
Yeah,
he was almost out of the NFL, and then he lucked out because he's got Mike Evans. And because I get all the memes and shit every week about Baker Mayfield, and it's like annoying as fuck. You send somebody over to play with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, I think you're gonna do pretty all right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're gonna play with the team that Tom Brady left to won a ring with, good defense. And then 2 of the top receivers, fuck yeah. And then they're both hurt now. What did he do last week? They lost.
Right. Yeah.
They don't want to bring that up.
Yeah, of course they don't.
But yeah, like I said, hindsight's 2020. You bring him back for one more year, Baker, and if it didn't work out, ship him away, draft a guy. But they thought Deshaun Watson, which at the time I don't blame him because he was pretty fucking good. Worst trade of all time. It sucks. I'm glad it's seemingly over.
Horrible.
I hope the owner will just. The billionaire owner will foot the bill, $150 million, and then set him off to, Epstein Island or wherever the fuck he wants to go, and then we move on.
Yeah, good luck with that. We'll see. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my team, there's a lot to be had there for sure. Hopefully they'll at least get a couple of more wins before the end of the season. I mean, obviously the playoffs is out of the question at this point.
For the Panthers?
Yeah. It's not gonna happen.
No.
I mean, they're already trading players away and shit. So
yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, Tepper started doing that early on. I mean, trading away DJ Moore. Like, why would you do? Like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. You know, he got rid of everybody that we had that was worth anything. He didn't even give it a shot. It was one season, literally. It was one season, and he got rid of everybody. He didn't even give them a shot. And I mean, they had just went to the Super Bowl the year before he took over. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it, but it's whatever. We'll see. We'll see how things play out.
Yeah, my playoff hopes are slim, but there. Slim, but there. Thankfully, a lot of our losses are NFC opponents, and the AFC looks like a shit show right now. So it's a lot of just jumbled up people with 2 to 3 wins, and you know this win this Sunday could go a long way. Can go a long way. If you don't win, then what's the point? May as well start playing.
What I was just talking about, I don't give a fuck what happens after this season. Win tomorrow, I think you lose the rest. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Let me smack this motherfucking parlay, and then you guys do whatever you want to do the rest of the year.
Well, if they win, they're going to be going for it all. Yeah, go for the gusto.
2 wins in a row going into a bye week. Yeah, they're gonna But
so
just put it this way: you could be a Cowboys fan right now, you know,
or any year since 1994,
right?
1995.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, Dak Prescott sucks. Something about guaranteed money, man. You get guaranteed money.
Here we go. Like, no, bro. No.
Yep. Here we go.
Here we go home. Every playoff. Here we go as he's walking into the house.
Yeah, no shit. But so before we do move on, so you're the guinea pig, man.
Uh-oh.
I barred up the intro a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've always, like to do a little rapping as just a hobby. I've never really done anything on wax. Let the pros do that. But, I got the little Fairlife freestyle from a couple weeks ago, so I thought I'd carry that over to this. And we'll see. Like I said, I don't know if I'll do it for all our guests, but I thought, while I've still been in the mood, we jot something down and, did a little thing there.
Anytime you're dropping bars, it's a good day. It's a good day. Last time I was on here, I feel like Dylan had some bars. So
that was your first show. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, you were doing some things there, Dylan.
It was either last time or the first time, but yeah,
I suck at freestyling.
Yeah, the first because Joe was on the first one, and the second one it was just us three.
Yeah, so I think it was the last time. I think Dylan had some bars last time. So I mean, y'all are trading off. I mean, I see what you're doing. You're gonna do a back and forth, and maybe y'all will do a rap battle. And I'm here to mediate.
You might have to ref it, man.
I'm gonna ref it because me no rap, me no do that. Never been good at freestyle.
Terrell Wright,
no
future looking bright. Flick of the Bic, we're taking flight. I don't know.
And Bobby, just to let you know, I am not white. That is right. You are correct.
Well,
that's what I said. That's one thing they can't say.
Last time I used the bathroom, I confirmed I was not white.
So you guys use like a special tool to go piss, or?
Just got to keep it out of the water, man. Just got to keep it out of the water.
Shit, my shit's been dry since birth.
Just got to keep it out of the water.
How's it going though, man? It's been a little while. I think had you on, I don't know, mid to late last season. How's it going, man? I know the algorithms still ain't fucking with you.
Yeah. So
no matter what you do.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, at this point, I'm just doing it for fun. To be honest with you.
Good.
If I pay attention to the numbers, it's gonna really get to me. And I just try not to pay attention to the numbers anymore. I just, whatever I feel like doing, I just do, and I do it for fun. That's originally what I was doing. I was just doing it for fun, and I realized the people like what I was doing, and I started to gain a little bit of a following. And when I say a little bit, it's nothing compared to what, some of these other guys who started around the same time I have, or I did have. But I'm just trying to get back to that, at the end of the day, because the numbers, the algorithm, all of that stuff will really get to you if you really pay attention to it, especially when you have goals like me. I want to make something of this. I want to be able to do this for a living. I want to be able to do stand up for a living. So the more that you dive into the numbers and the analytics and all that stuff, the more you can really just start to become kind of cynical, you know. And being cynical, you'll get to the point where you're doing content just to try to go viral. You're doing content to just try to, get views. And at the end of the day, that's not what it's about. It's about, putting a camera in front of you and doing what you think is funny and having a good time with it and posting it and keeping it moving. So,
Probably the best way to garner a good fan base, though. You want people to follow you for you and not like follow you for something that you're trying to like chase.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I've always been a person of goals, man. I've always been a person that and on top of that, as I get older, my time is valuable. You know, everything that I do has to have either monetary meaning or meaning to me personally. So that's the thing that makes it frustrating. Especially when you're putting all the time and the energy in it. I did a video where I literally did a like a Daily Show type of video, and I wrote it, I filmed it, I edited it, and it took me writing, filming it, and editing it. Editing that video took me about 4 days total.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, just because I kept writing it, but I kept kind of going back and tweaking things. And then I recorded it, and then I had to work. So I didn't wind up editing it until like a couple of days later. So by the time I actually posted it, it was 4 days after I had started it. And it got like 400 or 500 views or something like that. And it really, really ticked me off, because I'm like, I just put so much blood, sweat, and tears in this. And I actually wrote it. Like, I wrote it as if I was on the Daily Show, and it just flopped. It completely flopped. And I got so mad at myself. But, I had to think to myself, it's like, you know what? I actually have fun doing it. I had fun writing it. I had fun recording it. And that's what I try to focus on, to be honest with you. If I didn't focus on that, I would have been off of social media a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, you know what they say? They say you got to flop before you get top. So,
yeah.
I mean, you got to fail before you succeed.
Hey, not unless you go to that 15-minute oil change spot, baby. Then you get topped off anytime you want. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Forget about Paco. Yeah, that's great. That's a callback. That was actually the last time you were on.
That's a good callback, man. You remembered that. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. Top off is always on the mind. So
I mean, always at the top of mind, pun intended.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's just having fun, and we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can make out of it.
Well, there it is, man. We got you back on third time, just to shoot the shit. A little free flowing ep with the boys. I got a couple of just little topic questions, to ask both of you guys. Dylan, I'll ask you, and then Terrell, you can follow up. Dylan, who was your first titty crush?
First titty crush, as far as just anyone, celebrity, person.
Yeah, teacher, whatever. You see, seeing the titties, and like, damn, love to have that.
I'm an ass guy. But I'm not
right,
turning
that's
down
a whole different. Yeah, we're talking titty crush today.
Right. Ooh, first one comes to mind is probably like Kate Upton. She's probably up there for sure.
Solid.
I can't pronounce her name correctly.
He was your
so I'm
first
probably-
one though.
I had a poster of her in my bedroom, a Sports
Okay,
Illustrated
well,
swimsuit
that's-
edition. That was my
I already
first
know.
collection.
I already know what that posters have seen. So I've seen some
Plenty.
wild shit.
It's still stuck to his wall too, by the way.
Oh yeah. He's like, I don't remember sticking it with this, but thought I used thumbtacks. Anyways, yeah, that and or like Salma Hayek.
Sure.
Okay.
So I think
from Wild Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no,
Any-
Wait,
That
no.
that was a flip down in the back. So that it wasn't.
What was the movie? Shoes.
But you know what I'm talking about though, right? In Wild Wild West, when she was walking away, the thing that she had on the back flipped down so you can see her ass walking away. You remember that?
I think I'm going to need to refresh my memory, boys. I'll be right back.
Was that Wild Wild West she was in? That was her, right? With Will Smith and what's his name? Who's the other guy? We're gonna have to put this in. You're gonna have to look that up. I think that was her in Wild Wild West. Yeah, she walked away, and the back of her thing flipped down, and you can see her ass walking away. And it was doing this. And she was walking away.
Well, you know why you looked that up, Terrell? Let's talk about it, man. Who was your first titty crush?
So you said that, and I was thinking about it. So I go back to my Skinamax days. Do you remember Skinamax?
Sure. It was fuzzy, but I seen what I needed to see.
Do you remember Shannon Tweed?
I do not.
Look up, I want to say that's her name, Shannon Tweed. She was like one of the most prevalent soft core corn artists.
Blonde?
Yes.
Shannon Tweed.
I want to say that
she's a Playboy bunny. She's Gene Simmons' wife. Kiss.
Yes. She was in every Skinamax movie out there. She was in them, like every single one of them. So like literally, that was my introduction into that world was Skinamax. Like trying to find anything that I could possibly find that even remotely had nudity in it. That was it.
I have another one as well.
Okay, go with it.
Carmen Electra.
Mm-mm.
In the scene
they weren't real.
From Scary Movie, when they used to make those parody. You know, guys, what I'm talking about when she's starting to run away from.
But they weren't real.
Has her implant.
Yeah.
Well, that don't matter.
Yeah.
Because the two that I'm about to name, they both had fake.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead with it.
Pam Anderson. Baywatch. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, that's
incredible.
Solid.
And then that same time frame, Sable, WWF, WWE, whatever.
Okay,
man, they were both popping, and so was I.
Oh, Bobby.
Man, yeah, those were definitely most certainly my first couple of titty crushes right there, and yeah, that opened up a whole new world.
A whole new world. Yeah,
I feel pretty good with my selections. Going off the top of the dome like that. Just thinking of like first. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's plenty of scenes.
That's just the first. I'm not saying
and I feel
you need to build your Mount Rush. I'm just talking about the first couple, titty crushes.
Yeah, certainly not a Mount Rush, but the first when you said like that, I mean, those are Kate Upton for sure comes to mind. Salma Hayek, and then Carmen Electra.
I mean, if we're gonna, I'm not even gonna say honorable mention because that's disrespectful to her and everything that this woman represents. But that was my first. What I said to Shannon Tweed, my all-time favorite or my goat is Halle Berry all day long.
Monsters Ball,
between Monsters Ball and Swordfish. Swordfish gave you a very clear, like, this is the first time we're going to show them, and this is I want, what was it, like $500,000 per titty or something like that? She got paid for that. It was
Wore
something
that
ridiculous.
VHS the fuck out. Have to
Yeah.
rewind and
Oh,
play.
bro, like now I remember the scene. It was her and Hugh Jackman. She's she's out there sunbathing. She's got a book.
Yeah, and then you
He
became
says
Hugh
something.
Jackman,
Yep,
right?
he says something to her. Right. He says something to her, and then the book comes down, and then we see everything. Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, I guess
that
in
was
your case, you'd be huge Jackman.
huge Jackman.
Yeah, not us.
That's a very good one, man. Like your comedic timing was absolutely amazing on that one. The fact that you came up with that and I didn't, that's amazing.
Well, you walk around with it, so you're used to it. You know what I mean? So I just got the jokes. Yeah, I was curious. You know, the stuff you think about. You know,
Hey, man.
yeah, everyone's got. And I figured we'd all have some different ones because we're, you know, all three of us are from different time eras. You know, Dilo, you're the youngster, and I guess in this case, I'm a little more of the middle. Even though I'm really not that much younger than you, Terrell, but
I was
you're
about
the
to say
OG, triple OG.
I'm the old guy in this. I'm the old guy. 42.
Yeah.
42.
Now, here's the next one. And this is my opinion, but I'm going to ask it. I'm going to form it in the question to you guys. Is ice cream cake the most overrated dessert of all time? My opinion, absolutely. D'Lo, what about you?
I would have to go. No, it's not.
Okay.
I don't think it's, at least in my neck of the woods, not or my lifetime, not really talked about that much. Not something to where it's like, I don't know, overblown in the sense I would call it overrated. I enjoy it myself. I guess it just depends on the brand and the type, but I would say it's not overrated, just in the sense like, I don't know, what's overrated. What would be overrated if ice cream cake's not? Would be the better question, I guess, for me. And I think cake in general would probably be overrated, as opposed to ice cream cake. But that's just me. Probably, I don't hear too much about ice cream cake to where I'm thinking, man, this is overrated. Why do all these people like it? How about you, Terrell?
So where do you lie, man?
Yeah, I mean, cake just in itself is overrated. I will never eat birthday cake. If I go to a birthday party, I do not eat birthday cake. Like, it just does not happen unless it's from Whole Foods. If it's from Whole Foods, yeah, any cake from Whole Foods is going to be really good. But ice cream cake is to me, it's way overrated. It's way overrated. It's too sweet. You got the ice cream, you got the cake, then the icing, all that stuff. It's just too much sugar. And then, of course, for me being diabetic, you know, I'm not eating that shit. I'm not. So I think it's overrated for sure.
And obviously I brought up because I believe the same. Maybe not as much now, but definitely growing up, I know like people love going to Baskin Robbins, getting a fucking ice cream cake. Some of the grocery stores would sell it. I've never had an ice cream cake where the cake wasn't dry as fucking shit. Obviously, they can't use a regular style cake to put on top of a slab of ice cream, or else that shit's gonna get soggy. So whatever they use, it's made out of fucking cardboard or something, so it keeps its firmness or whatever, and then that in itself just makes for a bad experience. Give me the fucking. I don't really. I don't eat cake much either, or really any desserts these days, but give me the cake with a side of ice cream, and then you can do what you do there. It's a little different. But you said Whole Foods. I also say back in my cake eating days, or when I would birthday parties and stuff, Costco makes some fire cakes as well. But give me a cheesecake over birthday cake, whatever cake, 10 out of 10 times. If I were to be in that realm. But
my wife got pissed at me because I think it was my daughter's either first or second birthday party, and she was like, we're gonna get a cake. I was like, yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. She's like, where are you gonna get it from? I said, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Because in my mind, I'm like, if I'm gonna get a cake, I'm gonna get a cake that I'm gonna eat. I paid about $600 for a cake. Okay, it wasn't $600. It felt like it was because it was from Whole Foods, but I want to say it was probably almost 100. And I don't even know if we ate half of the cake between me, of course, her and then her family, and all the people that we had at the birthday party. So we wound up like throwing half of it away, but it was so good. And I just, if I'm gonna have cake, it's gonna be good. And none of the store bought stuff, anything from Walmart, like we're not doing this. I'm not eating it. It's not happening.
I'm such a savory over sweet guy these days, like, and it's by a large ass margin.
Mm-hmm.
Have your cake, and then I'm gonna be over there fucking banging out a slab of ribs, all right, or whatever the fuck. But you keep the sweets, and then whatever we got over here, I'm banging out.
You're
Clothes on
completely
or clothes
retired from
off?
candy.
Usually tarps, most likely tarps off. If I'm in the house,
Tarps off.
if I wasn't recording right now, which I've recorded a lot of episodes, tarps off, but today I got the tarp on. But yeah, definitely tarp off in this house.
Yeah, I usually eat with the shirt on too.
Nah.
That's funny.
Where are you gonna put the bones? You don't want to put the bones on your shirt. You can put them on your stomach.
Let's not talk about putting bones on the stomach. Like let's just not.
I'd rather on stomach or somewhere else.
The only bone that's going on my
Put the bone
stomach
on
is
me,
my
not
own
in
bone.
me. Okay,
See the on you and you.
I'll
Which
choose the
one you
bone on
want?
me all day. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm good on that. Unless unless we're talking short ribs, then all bets are off.
Short
But
ribs
that's
are
speaking
amazing.
of, man. You always tell us about these ribs. I don't ever see photos. I don't see clips. I definitely
Bro.
obviously don't. I don't see anything with my own two that I could ever confirm or deny.
Okay, so
I'm in the Ohio area, Midwest really. I'm the fucking CEO of all things. I have an all pro grillers list that'll be dropping at the end of the year, and I'm the authority figure here. So, and I've been waiting just to see anything, and I unfortunately have not yet.
okay. So I mean, if we're being fair, so I can't confirm or deny, but I think I broke my smoker, to be honest with you. So my mother-in-law, so we went to Virginia for my wife's birthday and did a whole bunch of stuff. And she had this little portable charcoal grill. And the last charcoal grill I had got all screwed up, so I threw it away before we moved. But she gave it to me and she was like, hey, here, take this home. I was like, oh, cool, that's cool. I'll use to, what out this thing. And literally that was in July. I think I've used that thing probably about 30 times since she gave it to me, right? It's just a little smaller portable one. But I put it on top of my smoker the first time I used it, put my charcoals in and everything, started it up, and I melted the face of my smoker because I set
Yeah,
it
what
on
do you
top
think
of the
was gonna
smoker.
happen, man?
I don't know. I had no idea. Like that was the dumbest thing I think I've done this summer. Like literally. So I melted the control module for the smoker. So I haven't checked to see if the smoker still works because I don't want to go through the mental anguish of realizing that it doesn't work anymore. So I have literally not tried to turn it on to see if it works since then. Because as of right now, I don't even know what temperature I'm going to put it on. Like I can turn it on, but because the dial was all messed up, I can't tell what temperature it's going to be on. So I'm either going to figure out if it's still working and try to use it, not knowing what temperature I have it on, or I'm just going to get a new one. I mean, I really feel like I used it enough. I feel like I got my money's worth out of it, but that's why I haven't made any ribs. It's been literally since the summer since I've made ribs, but I've been burning the what out of that charcoal grill. Like literally, that thing has been crazy. Like I got way more than my money's worth out of that thing for sure. And I've been
Right here.
making pickle.
That's me snatching away your barbecue fucking props.
No, listen, I've been making pickle wings every Sunday.
Okay, talk to me.
Pickle wings. So you cut your wings up, of course, all that stuff, right? You marinate them in pickle juice overnight. Like literally in pickle juice. You just soak them in pickle juice overnight. There's a pickle seasoning that Trader Joe's does. Doesn't have a whole lot of salt in it, but it tastes just like a pickle. And you put the pickle seasoning on, throw them on the grill, cook them that way. Maybe put a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper on them, because like I said, it's not a whole bunch of salt in the seasoning. But then I make a pickle ranch, but I make a homemade pickle ranch. And when I tell you, it's a wrap.
That's a lot of pickle flavor.
Oh God, it's a wrap though. Like you would think it's a lot of pickle flavor, but it's not a lot of pickle flavor. Like it's not. Like the wings have a subtle taste of pickle, but then the pickle ranch takes it over the top. It's a wrap.
You got some pickle eating lips, man.
I'm gonna act like you didn't just say that.
Nice PELs.
Pause.
Yeah, PELs. That's the new DSLs. PELs. That's what's up. I actually, you say it, I got them in the fridge right now. They're thawed out. I got some whole wing because Kroger this week had buy one get one Tyson chicken wings. So got them in there. I'm gonna put them on the grill tomorrow probably. Then I got some. I love that beat up's Parmesan garlic sauce. So I'm gonna use some of that.
Marinate them,
garlic.
Marinate them in some pickle juice, bro. I promise you, you will.
I do that with like buttermilk and pickle
disappointed.
juice for when I do like tenders. It's great.
Mhm.
It like kind of tenderizes them and shit.
So good. It's so good. That's my
Hilo,
favorite thing to do.
What about you, man? Like I've been telling you, you're sliding. I got to see something from you, man, in the last 2 months.
The fucking Michael Jordan security meme. Fucking, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I mentioned it last
Anytime
time.
I talk to you, I mean, you're ordering out on the constant.
Yeah, it ain't great. It ain't great.
Congratulations on your success. Because if you
it ain't great for
order
the
around
health.
on the regular, you got some money. So good for you.
I just ordered out again tonight. Had the in-laws in town, so I had to spend some money there. Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to the weekdays are completely off for obvious reasons. Third shifts, sleeping during the day, and I sleep and I wake up, and food's usually already made for me once I wake up because I'm waking up in the middle of dinner time. So, with that being said, weekends, it's if hopefully I don't sleep my Saturday away. I get a little nap in or whatever, and then Sundays I'm kind of booked up with football and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a list of excuses. But I just need to really just hone in. I thought about making some grilling up some ribeyes. I did have a wasp infestation on my grill over the summer. So, and if anyone remembers when we brought it in the Sidekick, of why I'm terrified of wasp is because I was a barn raiser back in my Amish days. And because of that horrific event back in the late 1800s, I had to stay away from the grill for a little bit. Luckily, I grew a pair. Didn't have any wasp spray, but if anyone has WD-40, that does kill wasp and does keep wasp away. So
really,
it is one of the 40 things it does. So one of the 40. But WD-40.
That outlandish story that you just heard was actually told to Dylan and us. We had a psychic on last season, and we asked her some reasons because she was going to do a whole I think tarot card reading, or I think that's the card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way I don't know, he asked a question about why he's scared of wasps, like deathly afraid. So she's like, well, I can't really do cards with that, but I can do a reading or whatever the hell she did, and that's what she spouted off. And then she told me, because I have this it's not even a phobia. I'm just a pussy about it. But opening a can of biscuits, I hate it. I'll have my kids do it. I'll have my girl do it. Can't do it, man. Fucking hate it. That shit'll give me fucking heart palpitations every time. And I asked her about that. I'm like, why the fuck am I such a little cuck about it? And she said it's because I was in the fucking Vietnam War and I stepped on a mine. So the shit she was telling us was.
Bobby,
she was awesome though. She was really cool to talk to. We're gonna have to bring her back. But yeah.
Hey, Bobby, this will help you out. Next time you have to open up a can of biscuits, just imagine and popping a girl's bra. That's the same thing.
What bras are we popping here?
Here's the thing: I'm not gonna be able to serve them biscuits after. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be doing some other shit.
Literally, you just do it with one hand and just.
That sounds like some squirting action going on. So that's a whole other type of thing.
We're getting a little wild here. But yeah, I kind of get you, Bobby.
You have
especially
biscuits
the ones
in this house for a few weeks.
It's like you're open up a can of biscuits. I think I should call her.
That's buttermilk, all right.
Yeah, I think I should call her. Try to make some biscuits and gravy. Damn it! God damn it!
We're not talking about A cups. We're talking about at least
flaky as a motherfucker.
We're talking about at least D to F. The D to that's
yeah, dude. Fucking holding on for dear life back there.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like that fucking Pavlov's dog type shit. Every time I fucking munch open a can of biscuits, I'm gonna have to go crank my fucking wrench. So
we're talking about fucking memes over here. That Spider-Man one when he's holding back the fucking train. That's the strap for that bra. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we ever get her back on, she was a good conversation.
She was great. She was really cool to talk to.
Yeah.
Shout out to Corby. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, during the week, I'm not doing any cooking. She's doing the cooking because I'm working 12 hours a day. But weekends is when I'm in action. Like today, I'm a big slow cooker, crock pot guy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Put the shit in there in the morning, and I don't gotta touch anything the rest of the night. So I did that today. I made some bean soup with some smoked ham hocks in there, celery, onion, diced ham. I let that cook all day, and it was fucking awesome. Is it Swenson's? Whatever that brand that does the broth. Swanson's, yeah. What the fuck is Swenson's? I think that might be fast food or some shit. But they just came out with spicy versions of their broth, like spicy chicken broth, spicy beef. So I did a couple of the cartons of the spicy chicken broth. I didn't really notice anything too crazy. I even added in a little bit extra cayenne in there. So it probably is like a when they say spicy, it's probably fucking like, white person spicy's version. There's probably a little bit of black pepper in there, some shit. But yeah, you let that cook down all day, especially with some ham hock stuff. Just it was great. It was some like
paprika.
By the time it was done, it was probably 40, 50 degrees out. It was just like the perfect fall soup day, and it hit, man. The thing that I kind of regret, because I took my boy out to get him a winter coat, and while we were out, our buddy Dylan, Paul Tippy, hit me up saying he had a little family get together for his dad's birthday, fried up a bunch of fish and had a bunch left over. So he's like, "You want to come by and pick some up?" I'm like, "Of course." Somebody tells me they got some fried fish and they want to give me some, I'm in there.
What kind of fish was it?
By walleye, and it was awesome. It was beer batter. He had a homemade tartar sauce, which I think you would have liked, being the pickle guy, because it had a lot of dill in it, stuff. So it was really good.
A good tartar sauce has enough dill in it, for sure.
Yeah,
I make a homemade. You got to use the small pickles, the really small.
There's some females out there that have had plenty of dill in them. Ain't that right, D-Lo?
Hey now,
yes, Ersky.
I don't kiss and tell.
Come on.
That's DYLF.
Yes, sir. But I say all that to say I had planned to make some cornbread with that bean soup, but we ran out of time because we stopped over there. So, because anytime when my parents would make bean soup and stuff like that, we'd have some cornbread. That's what I like to do. But the soup came out great, and tomorrow, in some form or fashion, I'm gonna do wings. obviously it's just the best when you can fry them and stuff, but it just takes fucking forever. Can get a little messy as well, and you can't really do it. Like on that grill, I can probably fit 30, 40, 15 wings, so you can get all that done in one swoop rather than can fry up 6 or 7 at a time that take 20 minutes, each. Where you're doing this shit for hours on end. So, I'll probably throw them on the grill, 350, probably hour and a half. Spin them in some sauce and call it good. And I'll probably still have some. I definitely got plenty of soup left over for tomorrow. That'll be my football Sunday setup.
Talking about fried fish, I feel like the only fish that's worthy of frying, to me, I feel like the only fish that's worthy of dropping into the grease is catfish.
Really?
Like I don't.
Over here in Ohio, man, walleye. We're big perch. I love perch.
Whiting. A lot of North Carolinas do flounder and whiting. I never really liked either one of them. Like catfish is always my go-to. If I'm going to fry fish, it's going to be catfish all day.
I know some people. I've never asked why, but I have some friends. They will eat catfish, but only like with spaghetti.
What?
I don't know. That's their pairing.
Is that an Ohio thing?
I don't know.
Never heard of that before.
That's a them thing.
Okay.
They
Watch
them.
Pronouns, Dilo.
That's a they them thing.
They them.
It's a who how them.
You gonna put it on them? Is that what we're gonna do right now?
Pause. But yeah, man, I love a good fish fry, and that shit was great. Took it home, warmed it up. It was awesome. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. But that's my favorite thing. I talk about it all the fucking time during the work week. That's what I'm thinking about. What am I doing Saturday, Sunday, for dinner? Because Friday we both work, me and her. So I'll usually, obviously, by the time I get fucking home, it's like after 6 o'clock. I'm definitely not cooking and shit. So Fridays is usually our takeout day, order out day, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm most likely cooking something up. So
yeah. Sunday it's pickle wings or something like during the day. I'm cooking something on the grill on Sunday. That's for damn sure.
Okay, tomorrow's Sunday, man. What's
pickle wings? It's not pickle wings. It's actually I did marinate them in pickle juice, but I'm not gonna season it with pickle seasoning or anything. I marinated their chicken thighs, bone in with the skin on.
The best
chicken thighs. I'm gonna cook those on the grill. I'll probably just season them with salt and pepper, but I did make the Peruvian green sauce that we're gonna have with the chicken. Whereas it's cilantro, onions, garlic, jalapenos, sour cream, a little bit of mayonnaise, vinegar, olive oil. You blend that in a blender. It's like, do you guys have alpacas up there? Has that reached you guys yet? It's like a Peruvian.
Isn't that like
it's a restaurant. Well, no, yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
But it's
like in the zoo. Yeah, we got a couple in the zoo.
Yeah, it's like a Peruvian, like charcoal chicken type of restaurant. It's
that sounds great though.
It's a franchise. It's so good. It's so good, but they have this Peruvian sauce. It's a green sauce that's so good, and it's got a little kick to it, but it's like what do you call it? Earthy, I guess, is the term for it. It's got cilantro in it, onions, that kind of thing. So good. I already made it. It's in the refrigerator. It's already melding together, getting all the juices together. Sometimes I marinate the chicken in that, and it's amazing.
Speaking of chicken thighs, bone and chicken thighs, the goat of chicken cuts.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
That motherfucker on TikTok, Dano, with the seasoning and shit. I don't fuck with the seasonings. No offense. I think they got a weird taste to them. But
they do, because he's
got a phenomenal chicken thigh recipe that I follow. Anytime I do chicken thighs, is what I do. You place them in a cast iron Season both sides, of course. Throw them in the oven, 350 for an hour and a half, dude. It comes out fucking perfect. The skin is crispy, and the chickens just fall off the bone. Love it, man. He has a like perfect recipe that I got down pat. Or if not, I will do it on the grill too. And then I'll brush some barbecue sauce on before I pull them off. But love some fucking chicken thighs, man.
You can't go wrong with
Then
thighs, bro.
there's still like even
can't
in
go wrong.
today's economy, like you can still get a pretty good family pack for like under $10, and it's like,
bro. I at Food Lion. I don't know if y'all have Food Lions up there, but so Food Lions here. I can get a pack of like either 4 or 5 chicken thighs for $2.50.
yeah, it's like
it's ridiculous.
Yep.
It's ridiculous, and every time I see it, I'm like, yep, got it.
Yeah, and then I know people that because people for whatever reason they'll pick up the boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which are like triple the price.
I'm probably double the price here. Yeah, double the price here.
I mean, I probably am exaggerating, but definitely at least double the price.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the bone in is just better, man. Period.
It all depends on how I'm doing it. Like if I'm doing it on the grill, I prefer the bone in because then I don't burn it as fast when they're bone in.
And here's the thing. And I don't want to make you feel away, but I prefer dark meat.
Don't look at me and tell me you prefer dark meat, Bobby.
I looked you in the eyes on that one, my guy.
Yeah, don't. We're not gonna do that. Pause.
No, because
I like dark meat. Mm-hmm.
Growing up, for whatever reason, everyone just like chicken breasts. Everyone tried to like make that seem like that was like the top, choice. And maybe it is because it's like the leaner choice, whatever the fuck. But when it comes to just good ass eats, give me the bone-in chicken thighs every day of the week.
It's like chicken breasts. The only time I cook chicken breast is if I'm gonna pound it out. The only time I cook chicken breast if I'm gonna pound that meat out. That's the only time I cook them.
Or because my girl, she makes some fantastic chicken chunks.
Chicken chunks.
Yeah,
I was about to say chicken parm, but you said chicken chunks.
Well, that too. Yeah. I made some great chicken cutlets last week. Those came out great.
Yeah, I'm a boneless boy. Gotta say, boneless boy.
Nah, man, I want the bone-in
I'm all
wings,
about convenience over here.
All that. I mean, I'll eat the boneless wings all day, of course. I want the bone-in wings, bone-in thighs.
But boneless wings are just adult chicken nuggets. The boneless wings are just adult chicken nuggets.
Bone. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Fuck yeah.
No hate to the boneless folks, but
no hate at all. I'll eat some bone in there, but I mean, it's when it comes to convenience, dude. I can just stab it with a fork, dunk it in some ranch, in some Ken's Steakhouse ranch, and have a day.
Yeah,
Speaking of wings, though, I did try the Marco's wings. I don't know if you've had Marco's wings before. I don't know if they're even new.
I'm gonna put you on game here. Go ahead.
Not the best wings I've ever had, but
they're from a pizza joint. You can't. They're not gonna be.
They try. I mean,
and they're oven baked, so they're not gonna be anything like spectacular. But here's the thing: I'll put you on game to make them a little bit better. Get them well done.
I didn't know I had an option.
Also, anywhere you go, anywhere. Like yesterday, I got Lucky's, which is like a bar and grill we got nearby. They deep fried wings and stuff. Pretty much anywhere, if they have the option, you just tell them to get them well done. I'm telling you right now, get them well done.
Why though?
If I go to Wingstop,
yes,
because most people,
especially with those places, because you're gonna take them home, because it's gonna leave them crispier. Still gonna be good in the middle, but the main reason at this place Lucky's is because they got these fucking Mondo Burger steroid wings. So like, you want them to cook them a little longer because I like a nice crisp on there, and I'm not talking about where you bite it and the fucking shit just breaks down into dust like you're eating a granola bar. But I'm saying the skin's got a nice bite to it. I love it. So
I mean, they have to be like astronomically huge in order for you to get them well done. Because any of these smaller wings, you get them well done, you're gonna be chewing for 6 days.
No.
Literally.
I've never had that problem. And mainly, like I said, it's beneficial, especially for like a wing stop where you're not gonna eat them there. You gotta bring them home, so they're gonna be sitting right in the car for 10, 15, 20 minutes while all that condensation and because it's this. I think we had this talk before, like the styrofoam containers. No matter what you do, so if you get the fries and the chicken well done, you're gonna come home and they're gonna still have some fucking crisp to them. Just try it one time, D'Lo, both you guys, and if it's ass, let me know. It could just be a me thing, but I know there's a lot of people that do the same kind of shit, and it's just the way to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, most of those restaurants par fry their shit beforehand. So, like when you order it, they're dropping it in the grease again, which to me makes it just way too overdone and way too chewy. I mean, it frustrates me to even see people washing chicken because it's like, why do you wash chicken? All you gotta do is cook it in 165 and it's good.
You don't wash your beef. So, I mean,
right. And anytime I cook chicken, I cook it in 165 and we're good. Like it's gonna kill off any bacteria. So the wings that are fried first, and then when you order them, they're dropped again. They had already been cooked to 165. So by the time they drop them again, they're cooking it to like 200, 225, 230.
No, if you're par frying, they ain't getting cooked up to temp. That's not how that works.
Yeah, no, they are. Trust me.
Not when
They
you're
are.
par frying.
When you par fry, they're damn near close
That's
to
a partial
already
fry.
being
How could
done.
it be?
Because they're wings, they're small, they're super small. It don't take much.
Then it's not even a par fry. Then it's just a full fry.
I guarantee you, whenever they drop those things
Let
again,
me look up the
they're
definition.
cooking those.
Well, I know. We're not talking about what they're doing again. We're
Okay,
talking about the definition of par
but when
fry.
they drop them again, though, when they drop them again, they are overcooking them. I can guarantee you that. Even if they par fry them, when they drop them again, they're not just cooking them to 165. They're cooking them to 200, over 200, and they're going to dry out.
So they par fry
par
first,
frying
and
is
then
a
they cook
method of
the temp
partially
the second
cooking
time?
food, leaving it raw, so they can.
It's not
finish
still.
the job.
It's not still. So
Not
okay,
raw, but it's
what's
still gonna
raw?
be pink in the
Exactly,
middle.
because like raw means not cooked at all.
Right.
So that'd be what, they par fry it first, and then they cook the temp when it's ordered?
And that's only at some places too. That's not like a everywhere type thing.
Most places do. Most places that sell wings. Trust me, most places that sell wings, they will drop those things per order. They will drop them in the grease again after they've already been cooked, and then they will sauce them afterwards.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. In 2032, you come fuck around at Bob Hall Jr. Smokehouse and Bar and Grill, and I'll have some shit that'll knock your socks off. So just be on the lookout. 2032.
Gotcha. 2032.
Yeah.
Will they be par fried?
I don't know. We'll see. I gotta, develop the menu. I got all kinds of things. So I can't spell all the secrets out. But you know what? We're gonna have young D'Lo out there, on the 1s and 2s guitar, doing a little music.
Look,
Okay.
has anybody done this? Has anybody ever smoked their wings all the way up until right before it's done and then drop them in some grease?
Oh yeah.
Has anybody ever done that?
Oh yeah.
I think he has.
You have?
I have not. No.
You want us to say no? No, we haven't.
No, I'm talking about restaurants. Like any restaurant.
Oh no, I don't know. I've done that at the crib. I think maybe a couple of like smokehouses around because we got some places that call themselves fucking barbecue joints.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever see no goddamn smoke above the place. So
I mean, even doing a hot and fast, like a hot and fast for like 30, 45 minutes of just a whole bunch of smoke on the wings, and then battering them and frying them.
I've never done a batter, but I've smoked them and then I'll flash fry them, and it was great.
Because you got a good barbecue joint over there in Toledo.
Which one?
I fucking can't think of it. What's it called?
Smokies?
Maybe that's what it's called. I don't know. It's over there on I want to say it's Alexis Avenue, but I can't think of the fucking name of it. But been there a couple of times.
Okay, sick. City Barbecue?
Ugh, City Barbecue, really?
No,
it's a franchise. It's not good.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I didn't say it. I'm just naming off
He
barbecue
did
joints.
say it.
I was about to say, have you had it?
Yeah, I don't fuck with it. My work
Shorties.
used to order it.
Yeah, nah, it's not good.
That's what it's called, I think. Shorties.
You ever had Brothers Barbecue?
Brothers.
Yeah, should it taste so good you make me want to slap your mama? Oh man, that's good shit right there. It was cold that night.
My dick is bigger than yours.
Oh fuck! Great.
Now, we talk all things here on the podcast. All right.
Mhm.
We keep it a buck here, right, Bobby?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we usually we say everything is a green light, except for politics, of course. But with that being said, who you voting for, Terrell?
Ooh, you're not gonna hang me up with that one.
No, my serious question though, being a comedy guy yourself, and you see these rallies having comedians come on, and they're getting heavy backlash because clearly no one's ever seen any of their comedy specials ever, and don't know a sense of humor that they have, and it's more so missed than hit at those rallies, especially with I guess the hot button topic was Tony Hinchcliffe most recently, and I mean, if anyone knows Tony Hinchcliffe and his flavor of comedy, I mean, it's basically what he's always been doing and what he's built a successful career on. But people,
what is that?
obviously,
People that don't know him, who what would you say his style of comedy is?
what style of comedy?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an actual word for it.
You could just say roast comedy.
Yeah, roast comedy. That'd be perfect for it. Roast comedy.
Roast comedy. Yeah.
Everything is just a full go, no holds bars. I mean, doesn't matter race, color, whatever. I mean, you're going to get fucked is what's going to happen. So
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So he did that, and he called basically Puerto Rico an island of trash. And I mean, that's the hot button topic where Democrats are holding on to it. But I mean, George Lopez goes up there for Kamala Harris, I believe. I mean, she might have had more too, but George Lopez was another comedy guy that went up there, roasted Mexicans. But I guess the argument is he is a Mexican, so I guess it's fair game there. But my question is, what are your thoughts on these politicians and presidential candidates bringing up comedy acts at the rallies?
Well, I mean, it's a multi answer here. If I'm about to go into the multiverse with this answer. Well, first of all, you said something about the garbage comment or whatever. I saw a video recently where a guy was talking about how Biden said that Trump supporters were garbage or whatever, and somebody commented on the video and said, "Oh, Trump has never called anybody garbage. Like that's a true mark. Like that's a true mark of a leader or something." And that person had the best comeback video I think I'd ever seen. It was literally him on the screen, and it showed a video of Trump calling the other team garbage a million times. Like, million times. It was like, you sure about that? So like that's one aspect of it. It's like the hypocrisy when it comes to all of them. And I say all of them, both sides. Like they all claim that they are above, the moral compass, but they all stoop down to the level of calling each other names.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to having a roast comedian at your rally, as a presidential candidate, there's no time or place where it's ever appropriate to have a roast comedian like Tony Hinchcliffe at your rally. As it's just not appropriate. That is not what a presidential rally is for. Like the thing that really bugs me about politics now is the fact that it's not boring anymore. Like, I want politics to go back to being boring.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where all I cared about was the debates. That was the only time I ever paid attention, was during the debates. I want to see what your policies are. I want to see what you're going to do to run the country, and I'm going to make my decision, and I'm going to make my vote off of that. But it's not that way anymore. Like, it's such an entertainment mecca at this point,
Right.
that you kind of get lost in the sauce. You get lost in the policies. You get lost in all of the things that can make us better as a country. You get lost in all the things that make a difference and mean anything. You get lost in all of the entertainment, all of the fluff in it, because that's all it is. Trump is an entertainer. Trump is a comedian. The timing that he has on stage is just like a comedian, literally. So at the end of the day, all we're doing is sitting back watching a comedy set. Anytime you watch that man's rally, you're watching a comedy set, is what you're watching. And at the end of the day, is that entertaining? Yeah, absolutely, it's entertaining. But how is that going to bring down the cost of groceries? How is that going to make my life better? I don't know. Same thing with Harris. Everything is this. Let me be clear. Just like accordion hands, we have let me be clear, and I'm going to go into my talking points. Like, all of it is theater. All of it's theater, and that's the way it's turned into. And I don't really feel like it's been that way up until Trump has started running. Ever since Trump has started running, he has turned he has completely turned the face of politics. And I don't know if it's for the good, to be honest with you.
Nah.
I don't trust any of them, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, are you supposed to have a roast comedian at your rally? No, that is the last thing you're supposed to have at a presidential rally, period.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you there as far as that.
All right, we
is
finally got
concerned.
the answer.
Yeah, that's right. That's concerned. I mean, yeah, accordion hands and fake accents and all this stuff. I mean, you get the whole shaboat.
The rise of
Everything.
social media turned politics into what you're saying too. That's
for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely. I will say this, not to cut you off, Bobby, but I will say this: the thing that bugged me the most about Kamala Harris was the fact that every time I saw her on the TV, I knew she was going to say the exact same thing. Every single time I saw her and I wouldn't even say on the TV. Every time I saw her on my phone, I know I was going to see and hear the exact same thing. And there was a period of time, if I had to take it back, let's take it back, 15, 20 years ago, I wouldn't have saw that as much as I see it now. But because of social media and because everything is immediately right there in your face, you're going to see it so much. You're going to see it over and over and over again. And this is what these politicians have been doing all this time. They've been going to each state and saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, because everybody that's in front of that person hears it for the first time. They've never heard it before because they don't have social media. They don't have access to it. But now every single thing that they do is blast out to the millions, and you're going to see it. So of course you're going to see the same thing over and over again.
Which you think would be good, but in the sense of like getting information immediately. But at the other side of the same token, it's bad because you get like clips. Yeah, right. You get clips with no context.
Right.
So you can get like something that Trump says that's you just watched like a 15, 30-second clip, and it's like, holy shit, that's not what I want as president. But if you open it up in context, it completely turns face on what that original clip was for. But it goes both ways, obviously. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
So back to your main point of just not being able to trust any candidate for that matter, a politician or government in general, because just you can't. I mean, what do they have on X? They have like those like community notes that kind of diversify and try to help steer viewers in the direction of, this is a edited clip, or this is actually, people, especially with war on the other on overseas, they're like, this is what's going on right now. It's like, no, this was actually a clip from 2004 or something like that. Like at least they have that where it kind of cleans it up a little bit, but I mean, they can only catch so much. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of with you. It's just like you can't really trust anything that they say. I mean, they can have their policies and they can say the right things, but at the end of the day, they're only going to accomplish, if they're lucky, 50% of it. So.
If they're lucky.
Right.
And on top of that, it takes 8 years. It doesn't take just 4 years. It takes 2 terms, in order to accomplish every single thing that you want to accomplish. So, I mean, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I'm always going to vote. I voted since 2000. The year 2000 was the first year I could vote. I was 18 years old. I've been voting in every single presidential election ever since then. Can I say I voted in every primary? No. I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like I voted in every primary. But, I do feel like my responsibility as somebody who did not have the ability to vote before, my responsibility is to make sure I exercise that vote, because there was a lot of people that fought and died for me to have that availability. So I will vote every single year. Now, am I going to, or every single election, but am I going to vote for somebody that I absolutely 100% am behind? Probably not, but I am going to cast a vote based on my experiences and what I feel like I can get out of that next president, and what's going to help me and my family. Not only do I make my voting decisions off of me, but I make my voting decisions off of my kids, because they are the next generation, and I want to make sure that they're going to be able to live in a society and in an environment that's going to be conducive to having them succeed. So to get off of my soapbox, that's where I am with that.
That's fair. As should everyone prioritize their voting rights based on those moral. I don't know if moral is the right word for it, but I guess principles is a better word for it. Off those principles, what's best for your situation, your family, and let the cards fall the way they fall come election day.
For sure.
As long as it's not rigged.
So let's
No.
Let me ask y'all this. Who do y'all think? And it's not because of who you want to win, but who do you think is going to win? Let's go ahead and put it out there. Let's put it out there.
Who I think's going to win?
Who do you think is going to win?
I have a gut feeling that it would be Trump.
Yeah.
That's my gut.
Y'all think so?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Harris won, but my gut says that Trump's going to win.
What'd you think? He's not going to lose no matter what.
That is true. That is true. So
in his mind, yeah.
Right. I think Trump's going to win too. I think he has caused a movement that is beyond recognition in politics, period. I don't think any presidential candidate has been able to affect people in the way that he affects people. So with that being said, I really do think he's going to win. You're right. If he doesn't win, he's still going to win. There's no way that man is going to go down without a fight. That is for sure.
And if it's not him, it's his followers.
Yeah.
That's not down without a fight. I mean, you hear about Washington already. The governor there in the state of Washington has got the Coast Guard ready.
As he should.
The state of Washington? Or are you talking
the state of Washington.
Well, I know
Coast Guard for the election, because he's preparing for possible riots based on the results of that election. So, I mean, we're right back into it. Right back into it where you saw fucking cities burning down, mainly probably because of cabin fever of pandemic shit and being controlled in that sense, and like crazy laws back in that time frame. What a crazy world we lived in.
January
back then.
6th was really about one thing.
That too. That too.
But no,
And
go ahead.
I mean, I was just.
I just want to get. I want to get out the fuck out of this. This is crazy.
All right, let's go. We can move
This
on.
is what people need to hear. All right.
Oh yeah. Well,
We
we've
get to
heard
talk about
it.
this.
We hear it. We hear it. We see it in our mailboxes. We see it on TV. We hear it.
Oh my
Yeah, that's
god.
another
wanna
thing
hear
too.
it.
Oh my god.
You hear it in
it's
the
all over
shower.
the
You
place.
hear it. You know.
Can't wait for
in
it to
your
be
dreams.
over. I'm just trying
And
to
here's
watch
the thing.
football.
We'll see. Episode 186 next week. We'll know the results. I think.
We'll know the results.
And we'll see what happens. You know, and then whatever. But I'm ready. As you can tell, I'm just ready for it. Only because more than ever before. I just don't remember. I'm 35, so I've been a part of quite a few of these at this point. I don't remember this much shit getting shoved in my mailbox every day. Like seriously, there's days where that's all I'm getting in the mail.
Bobby,
I've
$1
texted
billion
stop.
has been spent on
I've
the
texted
Democrat
the word
side.
stop on a million text messages. I'm getting a million text messages. You know what I mean? Otherwise, my phone would be dry as a motherfucker. So I guess in one sense, shout out to these fucking politicians, for getting my phone jumping a little bit at age 35.
Well, I might have played a part in that.
And then, yeah, I'm sure you have.
Sending out all my contacts except for my own number. And listing them all.
I will say this. I've been getting text messages from both sides because I'm independent. I've been getting text messages from both sides, and I will say the Kamala Harris side feels like a cousin shaking me down for money every 10 minutes. Like, bro, like just $5. Just you got $5? You don't have $5? All right, $2. You got $2? Just give me something. I need something to just to get me the next week, bro. It's like literally.
You block that number and they come back with a different number.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous, man.
Ass.
Like that. No wonder she raised $1 billion because they don't stop. They literally do not stop. And I will send a text message that says stop to try to stop the text messages from coming, and they're like, "Okay, I'll stop, but before I stop, can I get $2?"
Yeah, say that you gave them that $2, and then they'll come back a week later. All right, you gave me $2, now about $4.
It's like, I promise I'm gonna take you off the list, but before I take you off the list, let me get 3,700. It's like,
get you off the list, minimum $5.
It's like,
yeah.
no.
So we'll see. 3 days away, and then it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I think we're all in agreement of how it's going to move and shake, and then we'll see what happens from that point on. Wild times.
Yeah, I'm not a big political guy at all.
Really.
And to go back to your statement there, to go back to your statement there, Terrell, is that he created that movement, but it's like, what if I were to ask you guys one thing, that like, what do most Americans feel against the government? Right? What do most Americans feel towards the government?
And I don't want to push against you here, but we are already at hour 33. And if that's the question you're going to ask, we'll be sitting here at 2 hours 33.
You're like Joe right now talking about cocks. You're feeling a little squeamish.
Yeah, this shit sucks.
It does, but it's only once every 4 years, so it's like, I mean.
Well, I'm only bringing up because hour and a half, that's like your sweet spot, and we're at it now. And then you're going to ask how we feel about the government. That ain't no wrap up. That's we're going till 3 a.m.
No, the quick answer here is we don't trust them. Okay, we don't trust them.
No.
And that's the chords that the Trump campaign's playing. Don't trust the government. They're liars. They're cheaters. They're frauds. Yada yada. And then they're speaking to majority of the people, the working class, the people off the grid in the middle of the country, the rednecks, all whatever. Like they're just speaking to like those people that feel like they've never been heard and they don't trust the American government how it has been. And so yeah,
that's the movement. That's the
movement. That's the big switch that you see right there. So that's what I correlate with that, and that's how we pretty much changed up the game there. So
that's how Trump was able to win in 2016 because of that one thing you just said. All of those people who weren't participating in the process before who felt hurt all of a sudden. That's how he won in 2016.
Well, yeah, and plus everyone watched the other party railroad fucking Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, that too.
That was a whole thing too. Which
And I was feeling the burn.
No,
you feel the burn.
I went to
feel the burn.
Dilo was he was leading that fucking charge. I'm surprised there wasn't a Jan 6th after Bernie Sanders lost the Democratic nomination. The way he was rocking.
Something was burning, that's for sure. Yeah, shit. But yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'll leave it with this. My personal opinion, you can't bitch unless you vote. If you don't think your vote means anything, it doesn't count, at least it gives you the right to bitch.
And the thing to piggyback off that is, even if you're like, all right, I don't fuck with either one of these two nominees, you don't want to fuck with that at all, there's a lot of shit on the local end that you should probably definitely at least cast your vote on. A lot of shit with like your children's schools, even like local laws that'll affect you yourself. You know, there's people out there that are fighting, you know, for, you know, weed laws and all kinds of stuff like that. So, you know, even if you don't want to do any of the main event shit, there's still plenty to get your opinion and your votes in on. So definitely make sure you take advantage of that opportunity.
Faux shizzle. You just turned this into a campaign ad. You're welcome. Yeah. How much y'all gonna get paid off for this?
All the Savage.
50 Cent got offered $3 million. Right, how much y'all gonna get paid? Did you hear about that?
Does the vice VP got to be 35 too?
No,
I don't know.
Because if not,
maybe
2028. Let's ride, baby. You can be our manager, Terrell.
Let's go.
Campaign manager.
There we go. And we're good right here. Done. We got the whites, Asians, blacks. We got it in the back.
I don't know if I want them to dig up my past. That's
Joe. We'll pull Joe back in. He's always dealt with a lot of the Mexicans. So, you know, for one reason or another. So we'd have every corner of the market covered.
I'm worried about that vetting period. That's what I'm worried about. I won't be a Mark Robinson. I won't be popping up on a porn site saying some weird shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want that vetting.
You're gonna pop up one of them POV videos. I recognize that. That's my guy Terrell right there.
Yeah.
That thing right there swinging. That's making fucking shadow puppets on the wall. Yeah, that's him.
Let's stay away from the vetting. I'll be about 2 questions in. I'll be like, you know what? I don't even want to do this anymore. I'm just gonna rip the application up.
I know that page. I know that page.
Yeah. Compared to some, though, you'd only be scratching the surface. So I think
yeah, you're right. You're right.
That was a whole thing right there. So we made it on the other side. But some of it, I think at the end of the day, the main thing, like you said, is to just make sure you're using your right to vote. So,
for sure.
Whatever ways you want to go, whatever avenues. So, but with that, Terrell, it's always a pleasure getting to talk it up with you. Obviously, we'll definitely do it again sometime soon. Hopefully, you know, we'll see you kind of do something of the same, you know, nature yourself. And hopefully you can figure out, you know, mic things. But everything sounded smooth, though, for the most part. Appreciate it, man. We got to get you out to Ohio one of these times to fuck around me and D-Lo. You know, kick it. And we got to see about these pickle wings, all this stuff, everything. So
For sure.
D-Lo, let's go Brownies tomorrow. Big game tomorrow for a plethora of reasons.
Yes, sir.
Let's see how that all works out. I have many large bags of Halloween candy. I'm trying to avoid having any of that shit since April, but it's like dropping a sack of crack, you know, in front of a crackhead. So I've been kind of like scratching and clawing at my neck a little bit. So that's going to be kind of what. And the reason I say it is there's some right there on my desk, very close, and
scratching your neck over there. I saw.
Yeah, there's some sour candy over there that's really catch my eye. So I'm trying to be good though. 6 months, almost 7 months. I'm trying to stay away, but I do miss it.
Right after
anyway, this was episode 185. We touched on all kind of things. We did food, of course. We did, which speaking of, Tried the chicken Big Mac. I know Dylan, you said it was kind of iffy. I thought it was kind of fire, but I would wish that they would make those patties with the chicken nugget breading into a whole separate thing. Like let the Big Mac be the Big Mac itself, the beef version, and then use those because I like the chicken nugget patties a lot.
Yeah.
Make a little whole separate thing there, but that just kind of came to me just now. But yeah, we had food. We had our first titty crushes. We had some dessert talk in there, barbecue talk, and then we jumped on the hot politics trail for a little while. So we touched all bases here, man. That is straight up some TSP shit. It was fun. I love it. We'll do it again next week. Terrell, you're my guy. D'Lo, you know what time it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been a loaded episode. My friends, my TSPners out there, we know who you are. We love you. Love the support. But before Bobby goes tarps off in the corner snorting a pixie stick in his man cave, Terrell, how about we give out a shout out to you and you give us, where can they find your content? Where can they search you up at?
All right. So once again, man, it's always a pleasure working with you guys. I've gotten to the point now where I feel like I probably won't charge you going forward. It's going to take me a minute to get to the point where I need to be to where I feel like I need to justify charging you guys because I'm still nobody. I thought I would have been somebody by now, but apparently I'm not. So
yeah, shout out to the TikTok algorithms for helping us keep these appearances free. So keep it up.
Yeah, at this point, we're just going to continue to have them free.
We'll see though, man. You know, we might because we're back to a 2-man thing, so maybe we'll do a semi-regular appearance with you because it's always good to just shoot the shit, man. Because you got opinions, you got all that stuff. You're great to talk to, and
I appreciate great. You. I appreciate y'all. No, but I mean, I've dropped the Flamingo Jackson. A lot of people are still going to call me Flamingo. I'm still known as that, but I'm trying to drop that. Phone. Yeah, I'm trying to chart a new course here. Just to make myself a little bit more personable, make myself a little bit more relatable. So Terrell Wright Comedy on Instagram, Terrell Wright Comedy on Facebook, not Facebook, but TikTok, Terrell Wright on Facebook, and then on YouTube, I am 411 the podcast. 411 the podcast. I am working on a podcast. I do have a few episodes that are up already. I had some technical issues with my mic. Still having some technical issues with my mic. Eventually, I will get that back up and running. My goal is to get that back up and running by the first of the year. And I got some new stuff that I'm working on. One other thing that I do want to drop, it's somewhat exclusive to this show because I haven't really talked much about it because I don't typically talk much about this, but I am going to be part of a TV show that I do have a script for. I am one of the main characters in, and it's supposed to be starting filming in December. They had their first table read last week that I was not able to be a part of because I was working, but I am going to be on the next table read, which is supposed to be next week, and we're supposed to be going forward with it. So this is the furthest I've ever gotten with anything like that remotely. So we will see what happens with that. But I don't typically talk about that stuff, but because it has been this far, because this is the far I've gotten with something like that, I will talk about that. So nice. Be looking out for that. Hopefully, like I said, it's supposed to film in December. Hopefully sometime next year it will be released. It is supposed to be released on Tubi. Yes, I did say Tubi. You got to start from somewhere. So, but I will definitely let you guys know so you can kind of push that out whenever I do have a little bit more information about it. I do know the name of the show. I do know all the premise of it and everything. But of course, there's NDAs and it hasn't been recorded yet. So
get more info and then they'll kind of maybe have like more of a release date and all that stuff. That might be a good opportunity to bring you back on, talk about that.
Oh, for sure.
Get your opinions on whoever the president is at that time. And, yeah, definitely plug it. That's dope though, man. Fuck it, man. Tubi is more than nothing. So
yeah,
and Tubi's a lot. A lot of people watch Tubi. So
yeah, I know, right?
A lot of people watch it. So
I can say this. I do know for sure I can say this because there is an actual TikTok page for it. but the name of the show is called The City Morgue. I'll just put it that way. It's a comedy, and it's set in a morgue. So, yeah.
What can go wrong?
Right?
I can see that, dude. I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
I'll tune in for sure.
Yeah.
I like comedies. And based on a morgue, I can see that going many directions.
Yeah,
So I'm intrigued with
exactly.
that. To
Yeah.
be continued.
Yeah,
if you will.
it's fun stuff. It's fun stuff. I've got the scripts all printed out, and like I said, I am one of the main characters. I'm like one of two main characters. I'm like literally in every episode and almost every scene. So
nice.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff coming.
I don't know, D-Lo, take us home, baby.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome news. Best of luck to you with that. And keep us in touch with all that information as far as when you said starts shooting in December.
Supposed to be, yes.
Supposed to be starting shooting in December, so definitely keep a lookout for that on Tubi. From TSP, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing the love and support. As always, be sure to smash that like button, fuck that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below what you think about the episode. Be sure to give us a follow at TSP_2019 on all of our social platforms. That's TikTok, Instagram, and X. For all the latest news, updates, and TSP picks, for that matter. Maybe we'll post some more picks throughout the week. Kind of went away for the day, but we're still even, like Bobby said in the beginning of this episode. So we're down, but we're definitely not out. We're still even. But keep a lookout for that and any kind of updates regarding TSP. From myself, Bobby, and Terrell Wright, thanks again for giving us a moment of your time. Always a pleasure. Have a wonderful week, friends, and take care.